And we are live. Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Max.
And I'm Pep. Welcome to tonight's episode. It's going to be our annual finale tonight because obviously the holidays are coming up, so we're not going to have any live videos till next year. We will be editing some of our longer videos and cutting them down and putting them on the webpage. Remember, visit us at drmaxandpep.com. Also, Facebook.com/Dr. Max and Pep. We got some cool stuff to share with you tonight. We want to leave 2018 with a bang, with a smile on our faces. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Max.
Absolutely, bro. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight, folks. Of course, Dr. Max is about what? Simple senior health and fun.
Quality of life.
Quality of life
and fun.
Absolutely. And we're going to have fun tonight. And you know what? The very first thing, it's about having a sense of humor. The very first bullet point, I guess, is being able to laugh. But not only being able to laugh, you have to be able to laugh at yourself. Okay, so we live in this society. It just cracks me up. I love to watch people because people take things so seriously. It just cracks you up. I mean, if you, it's hilarious because sometimes you'll see people like being so serious about something. You're thinking, it's really not that serious of a thing. Okay, so anyway, I started a workout program last Monday. I got out of physical therapy by Thursday. I was good. Okay. Terrible pain, hadn't worked out in years, so yeah, I was hurting.
Okay. You dropped some weight, haven't you?
Yeah, I lost a little weight there, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I know, I look pretty good, but looks aren't everything. So anyway, so we want to talk about having fun, we want to talk about, making things light and kind of not being so serious. Hey, did you hear the joke about,
Come on, get a little closer.
All right, did you hear the joke about the two old ladies, little old ladies, I mean, they're in their 80s, and they're walking through this park. And on the park bench, two little old guys, and they're in their 90s, they're a little bit older. And all of a sudden, ladies are walking, and they hear this sound like, and the one lady says to the other, "Do you believe these pigs? They're whistling at us." And the other lady goes, "No, you dummy, they're not whistling, they're wheezing." So, some of the best comedy is when it boils down to like a misunderstanding, right? When people think one thing and it's
totally
something completely different, right?
It's funny.
Yeah, so you got to laugh, you got to tell a joke once in a while, you can't take life so seriously because let's face it, I mean, especially when you get to the age of 50, 60 and above, you will have gone through some serious things. Some of you have gone through some traumatic things, and we're not trying to make light of it. We know that hey, it's not all about laughing. I mean, obviously you got to have a sense of humor and be able to laugh at things. But we understand that some of you have been through some amazing, devastating trauma, but when you look at the full scale, you look at the reality of it, I mean, does your suffering and your depression, is that going to change what happened 10 years ago, 20 years, 30? Are you going to...
Last month even.
Even last month, right, exactly, last week. I mean, obviously if it's a recent trauma, we understand that sometimes you need at least a year.
You need some time to grieve, obviously.
Yeah, you got to grieve and get over, absolutely. Yeah, especially during the holidays. I mean, this is the time of year where, some people are real happy, but other people are in deep pain.
They're stressed out.
They're stressed, and they've lost a loved one maybe last year, or maybe... There's people 20 years ago lost a loved one and they haven't gotten over it yet. So, so it's a difficult time, but we wanted to make light, we wanted to have fun, we wanted to be positive.
And I don't know who said it, but tragedy plus time equals comedy. Somebody said that.
Yes, no, that's true. That's an old saying in the comics. The comedians know that.
Because the reality is that when a lot of the really great comics, what they did was they laughed at themselves, exactly how you started.
Yep.
Max started, you got to be able to laugh at yourself. With that stuff that happens, stuff like, I get no respect, Rodney Dangerfield. He's deprecating humor about himself, and it's really, really, really funny. Stuff that happened years ago, plus time, is comedy.
Exactly. Don't get me started on Rodney. Hey, I went to the dentist. I told him I had yellow teeth. He told me to wear a brown tie to match. So... and don't take this one wrong, but this is my favorite one. I know a lot. Don't take it wrong now, especially ladies. I love the one where he said, "I'll tell you, I get no respect for the women either. When I went out with this girl, she was so fat she'd have stretch marks in the bathtub." Now, you gotta laugh, okay? It's just a joke. Don't take it personal. Lighten up. It's supposed to be funny, right? So, but Rodney had a lot of classics. In our era, what about our era? I mean, you had the Honeymooners. You had Ralph Cramden and Alice and Ed Norton.
Even the cartoons on Saturdays were funny. Bugs Bunny was hysterical.
Yep.
Bugs Bunny was just funny.
Right.
So we had I Love Lucy.
Yes.
We had, like you said, the Honeymooners. We had the the sitcoms on TV were actually funny back then.
You remember the episode from I Love Lucy where they were all on a farm, and it was of course a black and white scenario. So Lucy and Ethel are talking, and there's all these little chicks right there on the farm. They're all going cheep 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 cheep, and Ethel goes, shh, listen, quiet. They're talking about Fred. That was good. See, that's
clean.
It's clean. It's
comedy.
Funny. It's you don't have to have dirty humor. And that's one of the things about the modern comics and comedians when I go to it. I'm careful about some of the comedy shows because I know they have to throw the F-bomb every other word, and really maybe that may be funny to some people, but other people, I think, especially our generation, that's not really that funny. It's okay, and yeah, you crack up, you have a good time.
And to make a point, listen, sometimes you got to be shaken out of your zombie life. I don't know. You're walking around, somebody's got to yell at you, or somebody's got to curse at you, somebody's got to kick you in the butt. Sometimes a bad word once in a while will snap you out of it to emphasize the point that someone's making. That makes sense.
Somebody wise once said the average person needs to hear something 7 times before they really hear it. So think about that. So you hear it the second time, okay, yeah, I heard it. Sometimes it can take for having it repeated over and over again. And then the one time where your mind is finally in a position to receive that information, it can literally be life-changing. It could be that aha moment. It could be what the experts call a paradigm shift. Right. It can cause you to literally see the world completely different. And then, you ever see a person who's pensive? That's a big word, that they're thinking a lot. And they're thinking about maybe an experience or a trauma or an incident. And literally it could be years ago, and it can finally gel at the age of 50, 52, 55. So we do have the power to change. It's just that change is difficult because, let's face it, we like being in a comfort zone, right?
And here's a tip also, that's great. It made me think, listen, once you got enough information, make a damn decision, okay? Because the excuse I have to think about it is BS. You know it, we know it, everybody knows it, because you know whether you want to do it or not, whatever that is. Because the reality is once they say they hang up the phone, or once you leave, or once they leave, you're not thinking about it anymore, because you know why? You already made the decision. So save everyone a bunch of time and a bunch of texting and calling and emailing. Just make a damn decision, whatever it is, because you already did.
Yep. And I was trying to decide on saying another joke, but I got to think about it now. Pepe's got me all confused. No, here's a good one. You hear the one about the little old guy? Guy's like 94 years old, okay? The guy, he goes to his favorite diner, and the guy, he's got a walker, takes him forever, puts the walker down, he sits on the stool, and he's exhausted, and he carefully sits on the stool, and he goes, oh, and the waitress is young, and she kind of looks at him and says, crushed nuts. No, by the way, he ordered a sundae. He ordered an ice cream sundae, and she says, crushed nuts. He goes, no, it's just arthritis. You got to be able to laugh, okay?
That was the punchline before the joke.
Right. But you got the joke. Yeah. But you got to be able to laugh. So we just want to, I wanted to make this light. We want. See, but that was a dum-dum.
You get the delayed reaction.
That's right. That's a delayed reaction. Exactly. The more you think about it, the more it cracks you up.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But anyway, so it's all good, folks. So, by the way, do
we have any notes or?
We have no notes. This was totally. That's funny in itself. That we're just like winging it.
Are you gonna say anything else about you started working on a Monday and then you just left that topic?
Yeah, I started my work on a Monday and I was out of physical therapy my Thursday. That was
a joke.
That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna talk about that.
No.
You're done.
Pepe thought we were gonna elaborate on that.
No.
Sometimes it's short and sweet. So, anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
No, I just want to wish everyone, a great holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Mm-hmm. We won't be back until the first Thursday of January.
Yes.
We're going to be doing a special, or Dr. Max is going to be doing a special Sunday night video.
Live video presentation, much like this. But I'm going to start January 6th. And we're going to call it Dr. Max on God. There are some principles that I believe that people will benefit from. Just a lot of confusion in the world out there.
A lot of practical tips on how to live a good life.
Yeah, good quality of life, which
exactly.
ties in with this. So every Sunday evening between 8 and 8:25, 8:30, I'll do that. And then I'll start January 6th, and that'll be great. So last thing before we leave, remember, don't take life so seriously. You'll never get out of it alive. Right? That's a good one. All right.
Happy 2018. Happy 2019, folks. We'll see you next year. God bless.
2019. It's going to be awesome.